Hello and welcome to episode number 6 of the Making Waves podcast. This week we get Mr. Ryan Chadwick into the office. For those of you who don't know him, very, very successful local Scarboroughian artist.
Yeah, we spoke to Ryan about turning your passion into business, something that he does remarkably well, amongst other things. So let's go in.
Take a listen. Enjoy. Ryan,
Hello.
welcome to the Making Waves podcast.
This will be interesting.
This is an interesting one. It's the first one with Brother Steve as co-host.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll just have to ignore all the awkwardness. We'll get there. In about 5 minutes time it'll all be smooth.
We'll settle down.
It'll settle down. It'll all be smooth flowing. So yeah. Ryan, local famous artist.
One more famous. Infamous.
Infamous. Tell us about, how do we begin? How should we begin? Your journey into becoming full time, yeah?
Yeah, full time.
Tell us about that transition then. In fact, no. Talk about what you do first, and then we'll go back.
Basically,
What's your elevator pitch?
what's my? Oh God, I don't know. Isn't it? Just like to draw bees. Basically, I just draw anything wild and sort of endangered. It's some things are common, like the buff-tailed bee isn't endangered, but it will be eventually.
Yeah, right.
Because it's replacing other bees because they want to die out. Or it's usually just ugly animals that are weirdly beautiful. I find quite fascinating.
Like the anteater.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. I don't even know what type of animal it is. It's with its own group, but anything that's peculiar, I'm drawn to it.
Yeah.
It's like when I was a kid, I never used to draw animals. I used to draw at Sierra Newton School. You went to Sierra Newton? Yeah. Do you remember Skids?
Yeah.
The group after school and in the morning.
I know it well.
You have really nice butter sandwiches. They had this book, and it was called Aeroplanes, and it was this artist, this German guy, had drawn this DC-10 airliners, and I was obsessed with tracing.
Right, yeah.
Getting trace paper. It was Maggie, I think, or Richard used to give me some trace paper, and so everyone would play on the PlayStation 1. This is what, 25 years ago. And I was obsessed with this picture of this DC-10. It was Lufthansa, it was German. And I was obsessed at how amazingly, look back now, it probably wouldn't be that good. But when I was 5 or 6, I was obsessed with it. I would draw like templates and make up my own livery.
Yeah.
And then that stopped and it went on to oil tankers. I had a weird obsession with oil tankers. I used to draw them.
Not quite like specific areas of it.
Really, really, back then it didn't make any sense drawing them. And then I grew up, kind of stopped drawing, and then did art at secondary school, and I got into surrealism, which is like Magritte and Salvador Dali.
Yeah.
And then I've kind of pratted about at school, and then I did it instead of doing maths, they would let me leave maths class and go on a Friday. Instead of doing PE, they'd let me go do artwork.
Yeah.
And it was every Friday at 3 p.m. I could do art class with Phil, and it was brilliant. And I just draw what I want, go on the internet, look at airplane pictures as well. Still obsessed with airliners then, still am now. Don't draw them anymore though. And then went to college, pratted about college. I was obsessed with insects, started drawing and making wire sculptures of praying mantises.
Oh, it's actual.
Yeah. But they're quite. And I used to draw like these big ink drawings on wood of like little soldier ants riding on top of a soldier ant. Right about college, didn't like it. And sixth form, it wasn't very good. I had an art lecturer who told me I couldn't study a certain artist because she didn't like them.
That's
Which I'm told still happens because she's still there. So I was like, ooh, so kind of messed about there, and then went to foundation, and that's where something clicked.
What's foundation?
It's like in between college and university.
All right.
So it's kind of like it eases you into university better. So like you get your college marking grade, and then university's up here, so there's college, foundation's sort of here.
Right.
So it kind of teaches you to ease your way in, whereas at university the mark goes up each year, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So doing that, and then that's when I met like Andy Black and Kane Cunningham, and they could see that I was a bit restless with it. I was right about, and then at that point I was quite chubby and fat. And then I lost loads of weight the following year, and then got to university, and then got fixated on space. And then I managed to get a first class in. First year of university, wasn't interested. Second year, something clicked. This is 10 years ago now. I used to make moons. I used to get exercise balls and put plaster of Paris over them, and then I'd put grout over them, tiling grout. then I would chuck rocks at them and it would make craters.
Oh, okay.
And if you get the end of a paintbrush, it makes a perfect crater mark.
Ah, right.
So I used to do that, and then with planets, I used to make planets that were, so you get like a moon, I'd photograph, and then on the other side it would all be like girders and rivets, like it was being built by something but abandoned.
Right, yeah.
So I did all that and then got into care work after university. I don't know how that happened. I was like, no. So the art kind of died off. I did like architectural drawings of like these weird machines. Did that and then did the care work for 4.5 years, and then that's when I started doing Instagram. And that's when it was one of my lecturers said to me, if you're more likely to sell artwork if the people see the artist behind the picture, because therefore they associate the human. I think it's an ape thing. Apes respond better to visual images if there's a human and another ape because they can kind of relate to it better.
Yeah.
So I picked up on that and then started hashtagging, and I got featured on some magazines on Instagram, and that was back in 2016. So since then, until late 2016, I left the care work, and I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go at self-employed, and then 3 years on there, it's still going.
Full-time artiste.
Yeah, so that's basically the abridged blurb version of me waffling on about it. But.
Yeah, it's some journey that though, where there was like a 4-year break going into care. Was that because it was a job, or you said you got into care work? Well,
it's one of my friends said to me, because we had like these career days on a Wednesday at uni, and then I wanted to originally be an art teacher, but I didn't have the GCSEs to get onto the PGCE course.
Yeah, right.
And it was kind of a half measure kind of thing. I wasn't really into it. Ideally, I've always wanted in my brain to work as an artist and live off it. But my dad was very supportive. Mum was she's more realistic, but she said you can't do this. So then I think that ingrained something.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do it in spite of you.
Yeah.
Why not?
So it kind of made me work harder. Then through the Instagram, it sort of grew and grew. And then now it's full time. But I did have like a period of like 8 years where I didn't draw a single thing.
Yeah.
How do you find going from it being like maybe like a hobby basis, or like doing it at college or university, to then it having to like provide an income, be an extra?
Now it's more like it's basic. Like the bees and things, they're done. They pay sort of the bills as you would, because I know usually bees work. That's why I run them on bespoke, or you can order a print now. But like before it was a business, it was drawn purely as a passion project.
Yeah.
And then I'd show it and be like, oh, it's really good. And I would sell it for about £15.
Right, yeah.
Something that would take me 5-6 weeks to draw.
Wow.
I had no concept of...
Yeah.
Whereas now I have to think, well, I've got council tax to come out. I've got, this might pay for this and that. So like, say if someone buys 2 bees...
Yeah.
So people have this misconception that because I run... And I've got a nice car, but I've worked really hard for my car. And it bankrupts me usually because you have to look good or be skilled at the same time. The joke that says looking good is more important than looking where you're going. But
cheers, Jezza.
But it's like for me, like I will have like a week where I'll get lots come out, like, oh my god, I've got all this, but then you'll get a car and your rent will come out.
Yeah.
Whereas now my brain's going, if I don't draw this week, I have nothing new. So I think you've got to constantly keep having it fresh.
Yeah, so it's gone from I've got to
draw. I still enjoy it, and I still absolutely. I do. I'm fortunate. People are like, oh, you're really lucky you do this. You don't really do anything. Well, I don't. Like when I get up at 6 o'clock most days in the morning. I have an alarm. That when I left the job, the care work, because I left, there was like these really strange people and they'd made these random stories. So I left and resigned, and then I had like a period of 2 weeks where I was getting up at 11 and I was just depressed and miserable.
Yeah.
Because I thought. Because I was doing the artwork on the side and it was less pressure, and then now it went from hobby with selling all the perks. Now it's like I've got to draw. Council tax coming out, rent's coming out next week. Yeah, I've sold that. That's good. Blah blah. I'm okay for this week, but next week I've got £600-700 coming out that I've got to. When now it's like the best way to describe it is absolute fear of not paying my rent. That's what makes me work.
Right. Same for us we've got families. So there's no time for stopping. I guess until you've got the luxury of a buffer in the bank of cash.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But then I think there's an illusion when you're self-employed running a business, being an artist. Again, there's people look at you as the glamour side of it, like, oh, he's an artist. Like,
the thing is, like, 80% fake. What you say, the pictures you
Yeah.
put up, it's all tits and teeth, as they say.
Yeah.
You have to put a front on it because, like, I'm friends with Thomas Schaffnacker. He's a phenomenal artist. He said you've got to keep positive because I used to be really miserable and glum on Instagram. I've got better since I've been healthy with my eating and working out more.
Yeah.
I am every now and then I'll have self-doubt creeping in, but I think you need that though because it's a bit of a prod. It keeps you going because you will there's one last year in July. I think I sold 11 pieces in one go. I was asleep. I woke up at 3 a.m. It's Chris, my friend. He's a radio client. But he's lived in Las Vegas. He bought like 11 pieces, and I woke up and it was PayPal. Do you know when you can't? You're like, I was looking at it going,
Come again.
I thought, hang on. I thought, is this an error? So I looked at what he did. All math bingo, blah blah. And it was my birthday actually. It was really good. But then I found myself a week going, I don't need to draw this week because I've got, and I thought, no, that complacency is it's gonna seep in. But I still kept working, and then obviously you got your tax to save up every 6 months, and then you've got the mortgage to save for and all that. But it's usually fear that drives me. Pure fear, or dreading me up, going, Dad, can I?
Yeah.
Your dad helping you out, bless him, but.
So, them 11 pieces then, that was dropped in, someone Chris has commissioned you for that.
Yeah.
Is that you then blocked out then for the next however many weeks?
No, because I'm quite fast the way I work.
Yeah.
It's like for instance the Anteater, I started that on Sunday afternoon. My friend Jay sent me it. He was in Colchester Zoo and he said, look what I'm looking at, and then he sent me a perfect side. Because I only draw side on, sometimes top down.
Yeah.
I only draw left to right. I'm right-handed.
Right.
People can't seem to understand that.
Yeah.
They're like, why can't you draw left to right? Because if I draw face it, I don't know, for instance, there's a nose.
Yeah.
If I draw left to, I can't. It's like asking left-handed person to draw. So I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
I can't do it because I'm right-handed, but I eat left-handed. But when I draw a bit like that. It's a bit cock-handed, as I say. But so when I use my forks in my right hand rather than my left, that's totally alien to me. But when I write with my right hand. But like I said, everything always faces left.
Yeah.
In my pictures, if you noticed. And it's usually always a side on. I think it's because I like the clinical side of it. It also it's to do with, you know, my niece has got these animal books, and it has like a picture of giraffe.
Yeah.
And they're just on a pure white background.
Yeah.
It's a photograph, but I love looking at them. I sit with her, I'm like, she's a giraffe, and she's like, this is that and that and that. And I think that's where it possibly might be coming from.
Yeah.
Like examples of things, like this is this specimen, this is that specimen.
Yeah.
I don't like, I'll put like a shadow in for the ground, or it's to show it's got weight and movement, but I can't have like trees and.
More of a style than like a superstition, and more of
Probably superstition as well.
Superstitious, yeah.
Because like I do have moments where I'll like touching wood or fighting of jinxing things, but.
Yeah. We all do a bit of that.
Yeah.
Whether it works or not.
The universe is watching.
Yeah. So I suppose that you have got. I don't want to use the word niche, but you might not like the word niche.
No, niche is fine.
It is very like.
I think niche is a compliment because it shows you that you're specific and you know what you're kind of going into.
Yeah.
But I know, I went to Booktopia on Friday in Hornsey, Freeport, and they've just got this huge, you see in supermarkets those bee houses, with little holes in them going, but they don't always work. But they've got this enormous one, like 10 foot tall it is. And she was like, oh, because I pop there every now and then. She goes, we've got this new wall. And I'm like, oh, it's a Hymenoptera wall. And she sort of got it because she knows Hymenoptera is the bee, ant, sawfly, wasp family. So they're all related. So ants are related to bees because they've all got, if you look at the back leg, they've all got a hook that sticks out.
Right, yeah.
And that's usually where their pollen basket is. But then she was showing this and she was like, there's all these other people looking at me like, who's this goon? I'm like, oh, that's a Pompilidae. Dirty voice.
With shorts pulled right up there.
History teacher. Mr. Baldwin, Binder.
Yeah.
So, and then
You're watching.
Mr. Baldwin. So then she went, oh, you're a Hymenoptera expert. And I took that as like oh.
Right.
Like, some people notice it, I like that. But I won't just draw anything willy-nilly, I've got to be interested.
So it's a proper, genuine love and passion for what you're drawing.
Yeah, because I started drawing them not very well in 2016, and then I just kind of got obsession because they're kind of ugly, but they're not.
Yeah.
And then I flew out to Los Angeles in February 2017 and met a girl called Kat Clark, and she I think she was a volunteer. She worked at the Santa Barbara Natural History Museum. I went through with the person that I stayed with, and she basically just went, "Here you go." And this room was about twice the size of this, and it was just full of these huge drawers that I pulled out, and I pulled them out, and she went, "There's every single Californian Hymenoptera species in this room."
Oh wow.
Stuff by Charles Darwin. You can see Charles Darwin handwriting, and I'm like, "Just pick it up." I'm like,
Yeah, cheers, Charles.
I was just looking at it, like there's these like hawk wasps that eat tarantulas.
Right.
That are just the wings about that big. It's the most painful, one of the most painful stings on earth. And it's just like most people don't really exist. That's what I like about them. I like when people are like, "Oh, I didn't know that existed." I like telling people about it.
Yeah.
It's like when I went to Turkey, they went, "Oh, we've got this bee wall, but it's become too big. We've got a wasp nest. So there's a wasp nest in it." Then a specialist came, a humane specialist who relocates wasps' nests.
Right.
Doesn't kill them because they're in trouble now as well. Wasps.
Yeah.
Because wasps are a pest control. They're predators. They
Yeah.
pollinate as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know they regret they were social because they were predators, so they were more aggressive to you. You just got to not flap near them, even though I flap from the
I think everybody's a little bit.
I've just got rid of a wasp.
It's like, keep still and it lands on you, like, it won't sting and it stings you.
Yeah.
You can't win. But it's like, I love niche little things.
Yeah.
So it's like pets and stuff, it's like, no.
Pets are too mainstream.
It's too accessible. And
Yeah.
it's like, say if someone says to me, "Can you draw my child?" You draw my dog that's just died. And I've had about 2 of them just today, and the 2 the other day. And then there's no room for artistic license. You can't change. It's like, "Oh, I'll put an extra hair here."
Yeah.
It's like I'll get images. I used to watch videos, get that, and then I've got friends. Like my friend Sinacurist at the Sea Life Centre. She'll send me penguin things, when I get first-hand photograph, and then I'll make up my own hybrid image.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's not copied from certain. Because I've had certain people try and come for me saying like, "I've nicked the pictures," and I haven't. You can just tell I haven't. They're like, "Oh, you nicked it." I'm like, "I haven't. The paw looks the same, or like the claw looks the same."
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I've had to like not block them, but I've had to seek legal advice and said, "No, you're fine because it's an artist because you've got the roaming rights of artistic license."
Yeah.
But the artist license will be in the remit of what's anatomically right.
Yeah.
So I'll get people who can draw dragons or Game of Thrones dragons. You have to be licensed to do that.
Right.
So I've got a friend Jay, he's officially licensed Game of Thrones artist and Star Wars.
Right.
So I won't do stuff like that.
Yeah. So you're pretty.
It's like someone else's work actually as well, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal artist, but I couldn't do it. It's the pressure of it. I like the free. I've got a bit of freedom in it.
Yeah.
I need some freedom.
So given like it's a unique like pool of work that you do, talk to us a bit about your clients sending you and your customer.
I've got the majority of my customers are in America. It's usually the States.
Right.
It's usually I've got one big client. It was Christopher in Las Vegas. It was Christopher Todd Design, and then my other big client is Eric Alden in Boston, who has the bee wall.
Right.
And I went to stay at his house in October 2017, and that was weird but nice going up because he went, "Oh, gosh," so I went up to this back from the guest house I was in, and on this wall is about 30 of my pieces all just all framed, and it's like the stuff that I thought I'd send off, because when I send it off I have the expectation I will never see that again.
Yeah. So that was quite.
And then also because I kind of think, oh, if I look back in time, like, that needs changing. That leg doesn't look right. And then like just screwing them all. And I was just looking at them, like he's got some of my very early stuff, which now I'm like, oh, but he said to me, he said, "Look, I love it because he said, you've gone from my earliest ones to one of my newest ones, which looks like someone else has drawn it."
Yeah. And he's like been on that same journey.
It's a big compliment. It's alien, but like nice.
Yeah.
But it's majority of it's about 80% is America, and about 10% England, and the rest usually Germany.
But that's like the power of social media. Though. It's like without that, how would you go about it? Cause
God, if I have this fear that one day I wake up and then Instagram like, "We have deleted your account."
oh wow, yes.
And I know it's shallow, but like, you see these like social media people who've got hundreds of millions, and they're making millions of pounds off YouTube videos, and then still do like, and YouTube will just randomly delete their account.
Right.
And they literally have, because I don't really have much skills in anything. I'm not really a gas man. I was a gas man. My dad was a gas man. Granddad was a gas man. My other granddad was a crane driver in the 1950s in Hull. on steam cranes. I'm not a gas man. What the bloody do? I'm a pansy. He's like, she's like, no, keep my hands clean. It's like, I'm not going back into camera. I have this fear that either I'll lose my social media, which is really shallow, I know, but
It's not shallow because it's actually
livelihood.
it's the platform for your business, and that's the times we're in.
yeah, it's amazing what you get. Anyone, because like people like say, you've got like people accuse me of buying followers. They're like, oh, you've bought them followers. I'm like, I haven't. I honestly haven't. It's 3 years of hashtagging like mad.
Yeah.
And just and get featured on certain pages and stuff. It's like a lot of my customers are gay. They're massive, a lot, because they don't have kids, so they want to usually find that there's this. I read a survey that gay people are 60% more likely to buy something more artistic.
Yeah.
Because of the society pressure a lot, because it's a way of an outlet.
Yeah.
So like the majority of my customers usually are. Then every now and then you'll get a husband or wife message me saying, "Oh, I've got a husband and stuff," and then you get that, but it's usually the States. It's like without United States of America, I would not be doing this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sat there.
You have to travel without the Instagram and the
It'd be. You probably it's a big social media store, isn't it?
Yeah,
How
you've got to know how to work it as well.
Yeah.
It's like I do the selfies with them and stuff, and then you've got like this person, I forget her name, when I do like a different pose, because I usually have the normal like weird pose, and I don't know why I do it. So my friend always says, "Why it looks like you're leaning? Why are you leaning?" It's like I live in the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm just sold this bead, I don't know, to Jamaica or whatever.
I can do what I want.
I could do the girl hip thing on the night out.
So that's like one thing with having you're on like 55,000 followers. You're gonna get the odd clown.
Yeah, I don't really get. The only hatred I get is, like I said earlier, is usually off Christian groups saying I'm going to burn in hell. But that I see that as a learnt behaviour. They've learnt that off someone.
Yeah. What do they think you're doing though? Like, why are you burning in hell? You haven't killed an animal.
Look, if I do burn in hell, it sounds like more fun up there in heaven, because he seems like a right evil person up there. You can't do this. You can't do that.
Could make a good picture.
Why believe in something so vicious? Why are you feeding it? It's like it's usually the only problems I get is especially with sexuality is married straight women, never men, never get any loose off men.
Yeah.
Men are just sort of seem to leave you. It's women, and it's usually American Christian crazy women.
Yeah.
Like they had this one person last year, because last July when we had the heat wave and the World Cup was on.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't sell anything for 4 weeks, and I was like, oh, I've got here the overdraft's come in. And I had this one lady, she wanted my reticulated giraffe, which was I've still got. That's an exhibition about that big, and it took about 4 weeks to draw. And I set the price high because I love it to bits. So that's how I usually price things and how much I like it.
Yeah, like sentimental.
So for like the bees, because they don't take that long, but I priced the commander higher price because now the print stuff, because the time, because you are technically buying someone's time.
Yeah.
You are buying a skill, but you're buying time that you're not going to get back.
Yeah.
But she said, "Oh, I really, really want the draft." I was like, "That's fine." She was like, "Have you have a website?" Like, yes, the website's in the link I just sent you. Send it again. But I've been taught you've got to spoon feed. So I sent the link, and then she said, "Can I pay you cash?" I was like, "Where are you?" She went, "I live in Kansas." And she wanted to send me $100 bill in the post. And I was like, "No, sorry, it's not. You're not insured. I don't like blah. It just I could see it going, yeah, you're not going to purchase it." And then when I said I couldn't, she sent me this vile message about how I'm going to burn it, blah blah blah.
Oh wow.
She said something like fake accounts. Oh, don't get me started on fake accounts. Oh, about 3 a week I get told about.
Oh, really?
There's one in Belgium that keeps doing it.
What?
It's called Benjamin, or something Benjamin, and
What's contacting you directly? Or?
no, he's not contacting me, but I've got customers in Belgium who obviously, but he obviously follows me on other accounts,
Right.
and within, say if I put a picture up, within 10 minutes that picture's up on his account.
Right.
Oh,
And then-
fake accounts.
Copy
Right.
and stuff,
sorry.
and then they'll have can you say your Instagram stories? You'll have purchase, and they'll have quotes.
Right.
But you can tell it's fake because
Yeah.
all the comments are disabled on the picture.
Yeah.
There's one picture from 2016 where I've got one tattoo, and they've got two of them now. I'm like, in this picture of me with two tattoos and one tattoo. And I'm like, I think you kind of be a bit dumb to fall for it.
Can you do anything about that then?
Well, not real, because he blocks me. So say if someone, so I get someone saying, "Oh, he's using pictures." I'm like, right, he's changed his name, so I can't find it. they'll send me the print screen, so I'll put it on my thing saying can report. But when they go to report him or her, if it's a woman, might be a woman, it says, you unfortunately, we can't do it, but you have to tell the person who's being impersonated has to report it, but you can't because you're blocked. So therefore it is allowed, there's a loophole where it allows it to happen.
Yeah.
And then when I do find one, and I'm not blocked, report it, you get a reply off Instagram saying, we have assessed your report and found that it does not violate our community and standards. But if I like more than 20 pictures in 10 minutes, I get blocked.
Yeah.
I get blocked from liking because it protects their community.
Strange.
It's weird.
Social media flaw.
It's Facebook doing it because the original creators of Instagram left last year.
Right.
Through creative differences with Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
So that's where that problem's coming from. I think it's Facebook trying to. It's like, we'll keep all sorts of groups, but if I like too much, no, I get blocked. But people can carry on impersonating.
That's mad, isn't it? Wow. And what kind of life are they living where they're obviously putting in a lot of effort to.
I mean, yeah, I give this guy in Belgium like a 10 out of 10 for effort. It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's kind of it did get make me really angry. Now we kind of laugh now.
Yeah. And what's he? What's he actually even gaining from that? Like likes or followers? Because he's not gonna. He can't do your job.
I think it must be a voyeuristic thing.
Yeah.
It must be. And I try and understand it. There's obviously some issue.
If you're listening, pal, stop it.
Carry on, spread it out. Right, so put the website link on, please.
Yeah, right. I suppose you could start like putting some sort of watermark in you.
Oh, I've tried.
Oh, really?
I've tried, but it's like people put watermark on it, and then I kind of have this thing where people recommend something to me, and then I have this like rebel side going, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll do what I want to do. But I need to start doing it. And I kind of think, you can tell my account's genuine. I've applied to be verified 3 times, been declined.
Right.
I know TV presenters have been declined. But then you get people who have like 50 followers and they're verified.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
I've applied and they said, unfortunately, you don't reach the criteria to be verified. I'm like, okay, then let the fake accounts continue.
Yeah, I suppose I can see why you worry though, because there's a lot that, like your livelihoods.
But yeah, you don't know what they're using their pictures for.
Yeah.
Funny ones I usually get. It's not been that bad recently. I'll get an email. I've used off women in America as well. There's this guy called Colin Sullinger, I think he's called, and he uses my pictures. He's 46.
Colin, if you listen.
Yeah, 46.
Stop using Ryan's pictures.
And then, like, apparently I've got a son. I live in an army base in California, and my wife died of cancer 3 years ago. And
Complete
and
catfish, I think.
yeah, it's catfish, and then people in Africa use my pictures trying to scam money out of people. Have had like FBI have emailed me every now and then, and I've had American police things saying, yeah, we are aware. They know, but I think you can tell that my account's real.
Yeah.
Because I always put the location, but I can spot a fake account from miles.
Yeah.
They'll have like 25,000 followers and 2 posts.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bought account. So if you look at the likes, it'll all be random, like sunset pictures of a lady with long hair and man, and then they've got like 1 post and 50,000 followers.
Yeah, you can. I think everybody who's on social media now can like relate to. Everybody gets a like friend request from somebody that's got no friends, no.
It's usually in a bikini or something. Like it's usually Thailand's and I get a lot of friend requests from big lady bikini accounts from Thailand.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about.
You can only see it as that you're doing something right if somebody wants to imitate you. Unfortunately, we're not there yet.
It's a different market. I'm surprised what there is. Some of the stuff I've seen is ridiculous. I've had people try and smear campaign me on Facebook. I had to get the police involved in that one. But you can't do anything, it's freedom of speech.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's so many loopholes and it's such a grey area that the police these days are about 90% of the time running on social media stuff.
Yeah, it's difficult
People
to
insulting other people. You can't be doing anything because it's free speech. But that's the dark side of social media.
Yeah, but it's mad because it has been so helpful in getting you.
Oh, Roger.
But then yeah, but that's important to talk about the dark side of it. Cause
so if you are wanting to do artwork, I would recommend Instagram. Facebook's good, but it's like I get about 80% of my sales are from Instagram, and then 10% is Facebook every now and then occasionally Twitter. But I'm not really good at Twitter. Twitter's not really for art.
It's a different space, isn't it? Yeah.
But without Instagram, I would probably still be doing cat work and then drawing bits on the side for £20-30.
Aye.
And that'll pay for my petrol for the week or something.
Yeah.
Whereas now I have to structure it. But
So what does the future hold then going forward? What are you organically seeing what happens, or have you got not a plan but aspirations of where you want to?
It's a bit boring. My aspiration is to get a mortgage on a house.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it.
I want a house with a drive. Right? I can just park the car and then not worry about I've lost my parking space on the street.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've literally just realised I have to move my car.
So
What time? 3 o'clock I have to move it. What time now?
what you on discs
5
on?
o'clock. I'm screwed.
You're too late. You've got to take it by now, haven't you?
Yeah. If council, if you're listening, thanks for this. Try to run a business here.
£25. If you pay it off early, it's £25.
Yeah, I've had a few. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Damn, I just suddenly realised that we were talking about. Sorry about get back on track.
Would you just pause
Back
like
into-
you dead still? He's back.
Damn.
It's going to bug you that man.
Yeah, isn't it? But it's been alright. After 5 o'clock we can't.
Discs on, gone. What were we talking about?
We're talking about you wanting to drive.
Oh, the future plans.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do more exhibitions. As much as I don't like doing them.
Yeah. Why don't I do it?
Because like, as I said, you know when like, I send a piece of artwork off, I don't intend to see it again. I prefer drawing it and then
Yeah.
go on, off you go.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not going to see you again. Like do what you want.
Yeah.
I might see a picture every now and then, which is nice. But then like an exhibition is because it's because I've got to explain it. I explain an artwork like I waffle so much that I gesticulate a lot as well.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to describe why I do it. It's just there.
Yeah.
It's the only I did my dissertation at uni. I did about my title was how the massive made miniature invokes the thoughts of the sublime, which really was. So basically, I would make like huge things miniature,
Yeah.
and miniature things massive. So like
Yeah.
the best way I describe is like the uncanny. So like I saw this one picture was a man having a coffee in a cafe, and then next to him was like a giant tarantula leg.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, it was like the mundane versus the insane. It was like a B movie, like an old like 1960s, 70s horror B movie.
Yeah.
So the best way I can describe why I draw what I draw is because it's making model kits as well. I love making models. I love making like especially World War II Luftwaffe stuff. My granddad told me loads of stuff because he fought in the war and told me loads about the German stuff that you see at the very end of the war.
Yeah.
So I build all these weird. People think I'm a Nazi sometimes because I've got all these German fighter planes around my flat. But it's just more of a fascination of it.
Yeah.
It's because the best way to describe it was a kid would make a drawing of like a plane or a bus or want a toy of a truck they've seen. Because it's something you can't physically have, therefore you have to get it, but it's in a miniature form. Therefore it satisfies this insatiable sort of thing where you need to have it. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, is it betterment? I don't know. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like this urge.
Yeah,
got
makes
to
sense.
It's really hard to describe it.
Yeah, but I get why that someone's trying to speak to you about it.
Yeah, so like say from an exhibition, and
Yeah.
I've got, I don't know, people asking me all these questions about this and that, and they're going, oh, what do you want your artwork to sort of convey? I'm like, well, I just want it to convey this is that type of animal, and isn't it amazing at how it looks?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like do a social change. I'm not trying to, it's not feminism, it's not sexism, it's not about racism, it's just about wildlife and animals.
Yeah, quite.
Like, in the simplest form, it's just, I'm just fascinated by them. It's like steam trains. I bloody love steam trains. I know it's really sad and geeky, but every Thursday at my flat we get the Sky Fly coming. And I love it. Something about it's how things sort of work symbiotic. Blah blah. And it's a machine and it runs off it. I know they're polluting the road, but they're these beautiful old things and they're peculiar.
Yeah.
And it's how it's like children love them. It's like how kids seem to like bees as well. A lot of kids call me the bee man. My friends are like, oh, is that the bee man? Yes, that's Ryan. The bee man. Hello, bee man. Hello, bee man. Draw me a bee.
Get a costume.
Like, oh, James has drawn this bee. I'm looking at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Legs wrong. It's got too many legs. But it's to say, like, I'm in a gallery room, which will be in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to be so nervous. Just talking about. Because I like drawing it. But they're in danger, so I'm kind of. Oh, I had one person tell me. Sorry, it just reminded me. A guy in London. I think he hit a nerve. That's why I fell out with him. He said, your artwork's very lonely. I went, well, how do you mean? And he said, your artwork conveys how lonely you are.
Oh, how you are as a person.
I was like, what do you mean? And he said, your artwork's lonely. He said, it's beautiful, it's sad, but very lonely. it's a drawing of a puffin. I was like, is it sad? And then I was like, oh, what are you talking about? And then so I kind of brushed over it, and the next day he messaged me again saying, oh, he was being quite, at one point he was being quite nasty. He was an art teacher actually as well. I was like, yeah, you can assess it from your point of view. I mean, is it lonely? But he said, I had one customer in Carolina, Scott, he said to me, I didn't realise it. It kind of shook me, and he said, "It's your cataloguing the sixth extinction, which is happening now." Because I was like, ooh. So that was a bit of it's sad, but there are a lot of stuff I'm drawing are disappearing or going extinct now, which is sad. But I guess that might be it. But future goal, more exhibitions to push myself.
Yeah,
because it is pushing me. I'm drawing work now that I didn't think I could draw a year ago. Like 2 years ago, I said I will never draw birds.
And now you are.
Right.
But the majority of my work is birds. I was like, nah, I don't draw birds. I drew a flamingo. I was like, oh, I can do something here. And then I still can't do reptiles, but one day I'll do them. It's scales.
Ah, okay.
It's constant about the the anteater is just bad enough with the hairs. But yeah, future more exhibitions, I think, and then just see where it goes.
Yeah, just.
And it's really very middle class. I want to get a mortgage, but I just want to. If I can get a mortgage to get my house based off something that comes from the right hand, like my pencil, that will amaze. Like my dad's really, really supportive in it. He's been absolutely brilliant, my dad.
Oh, that's
with me at work.
Yeah.
Other stepmother been brilliant. Other family members are not really that fussed by it.
Yeah.
Because some people see this thing as a fad, but I need to teach myself how to take compliments better as well.
Yeah.
It's like people are like, oh, that's amazing. I'm like, yeah, it's alright, but it could change a bit. It needs a bit more.
Yeah, I got taught that you have there's an art of just taking on board and you're absolutely right. I'm absolutely brilliant at it.
Fantastic. These.
Yeah, you could maybe learn some lessons from your American friends on that.
Yeah, I would help a bit actually.
But
all the kids, you have the Beamer.
The Beamer. That's quite because it's a genuine thing. Because it's innocent.
Yeah.
With a kid, there's no sort of taught stuff that they learn that you pick up through school. It's like shame is a learned thing.
Yeah.
Because it is Trixie says it. It's a landfill emotion. So say if you were brought up in the woods, in fact, just you wouldn't know what shame is.
Yeah.
Whereas say if you're listening to Spice Girls now, what are you listening to that for?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess I shouldn't be listening to that. So therefore, you throw your crap inside it and then you drag it along.
But I always refer back to stuff like that when I'm going in a deep thought process. I go back to what would Cayman do or act and that chimp paradox.
The human condition.
Yeah.
But actors look into
fantastic. I need to read that because it does remind you of.
So the Velvet Rage is a book that teaches a lot about behaviour.
Yeah.
But everything usually relates back to childhood.
Yeah.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah.
Things at school, embarrassment and shame. That's where it all comes from a place of bad things, and then you create other things. Like when I'm drawing, I think of arguments usually.
Oh really?
Arguments I've had with people. I think you could have done that differently, or you could have just walked away, or you could have just. Or I think what I've done 2 days ago. Is it really? It's not like people think you relax. I mean, not really. I think when you relax, you can't relax when drawing.
So you just go too.
Yeah, because I've got to constantly keep checking references. Blah blah blah. Check thingy, and then listen to the dogs barking, and then check on this and that, and I'll think about this happened the other day, and I have to do that.
When there's so much detail as well, that itself's quite intense.
Yeah. So I won't sit there for hours. I'll sit there for 10 minutes, and then I'll get up, have a cup of tea, or nip into town I'll go see a friend, or go out for a couple of hours. So my dad said I'm a lady who lunches. I'll be like, I'm free today, what I'm going to do. I'll get up at 8, do this. I'll draw that today. But I'll have a week where I'll do nothing. I won't draw anything, and then I kind of feel guilty for not doing nothing. Because I think people are out working.
Yeah.
And then so they have the comfort of knowing they're going to get paid on a certain day of the month. Whereas I'm like, I have a real good sale now.
Yeah, and then
I might have nothing for the next 3 to 6 weeks, or 3 to 4 weeks, and I'll be literally on my tape, driving me mad. And that's when I become unbearable. My friends say to me, I'm like, I can't relax, can't sit still. So if I'm out, I don't like treating myself. I used to be really bad with money. I've got better with money since I've moved out. If I would treat myself, I would usually take it back. I'd go buy something and keep the receipt and take it back the next day.
Right.
Because I'd have this inner voice going, like
Imposter syndrome.
you've got is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome. It's like a sabotage,
Yeah, it's like a self thing where you don't think you're good enough, but then like you yourself fight back against it.
Yeah.
And a lot of I've had it, suffered from it since. Didn't even know it was a thing until like I jumped on
I
them.
think once someone sort of names it, you can kind of. A lot of people are frightened of things they don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you look at it in conference, like I used to be when I was 11, I watched Jeepers Creepers, and it terrified me for about 10 years. I used to hate it so much, and then I thought, right, 2 years ago I'll watch it. Didn't, but I kept watching it and found it funny.
Yeah.
And now I watch it if it's on. I'm like, oh,
I've done the exact same thing with the exact same film. Yeah.
It's then. Ooh, and then the second one where he hangs upside down.
It must have been terrifying when you were about 11, 12, but now it was almost like comedy value.
Yeah, now you think, oh, it's just a man in a suit.
Yeah, when he lifts his arms out, it's like bin bags.
Yeah, so I watched the making of it, and it's just a stuntman called John. He's called Jonathan, and he's just got really big, amazing blue eyes. And I think it's just a bloke.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just a man in a suit. But I find it, the artistry, I sort of, once you compartmentalise it, put it in thingies, you're like, oh, what next?
Yeah.
What else can I sort of look into?
Yeah.
Like, so I've learned that what you do now is usually from the past. You just got to. But the imposter thing, I don't know what it's called. I'm looking.
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
Ah.
Yeah, read about it because it then helps you figure out precisely what it is. And but yeah, and I think it's common going self-employed where you don't have the if I've done it where I've had a bad week, and I even said it over a week. But Beth said something like, "Have you not got?" I said I haven't eaten today, and I said something like, "I don't deserve to eat." And
I've done stuff
like
that.
And but it's so bad.
Yeah,
Like,
you say it, but you don't know you're saying it.
Saying it now, I'm in a good place. Like it's like that's
I went to IKEA for the first time in March this year.
Yeah.
And my mate, he was buying loads of stuff, and I thought I'd buy that. And then he saw me putting stuff back. I said, I don't need that. I said, why? Because I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? And then you would hear it back and you think, God, I am nuts. Like, why would you say it's like an autopilot thing? Freudian slip. But I have this thing saying, no, you shouldn't buy that. Or if I do, I'll treat myself. Say if I do really well, I'll treat myself, use something for the car. I'm like, I'll buy an extra spoiler for the car.
An extra spoiler.
I'm skipping again. It's like, but I'm getting better at that.
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, Google it.
I'm reading about that tonight.
Yeah, I've got there's a link I can send you.
Yeah, please do.
This video I watched, which
You sent me in.
yeah.
Especially with self-employment, because you by yourself.
Yeah.
You don't I don't switch off from it. I'll wake up at 4 a.m. and I will check my emails, I'll check my Instagram messages just in case there's an inquiry.
It just becomes you though.
Yeah.
And again when you're getting inquiries from all around the world, people are messaging you all different hours. Even me today, I've just put auto replies on Facebook Messenger for out of hours because you just have to. You need boundaries. You need
to shut off.
Yeah.
I've taught myself so I get up at 8ish and I think I'll draw one picture today, or at least try and draw. I'll try and draw something new every week. The week I've not drawn, because then I feel like my day or week is fulfilled. And I think, right, I've done that. You can relax. Say about 3 weeks ago, I got a commission for an orca that came through. I drew that. And he was happy with it, and then I got another commission come through. That's what happens. You get nothing, and you think, I'll draw something, and then you get an order come through, and you're like, so you have to put your thing put aside and then draw the other one. But then when you do it, especially if you have a Friday night finish it feels amazing. I think, right, I'm going to have rum and Coca-Cola now, like a little granddad, have my rum. And that's when you can shut off. I don't need to do anything now until Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, nice feeling.
Because you kind of feel like you're patting yourself on the back.
Yeah, that's where, and you'll have to say it's like everyone describes the first few years of self-employment as like a roller coaster, and it is so true because it is.
It's either all or nothing.
Yeah, and you're right, but I knew I'd have to be like that, and it's just while you ride it, and when you ride them low, it is really hard, and it's hard to explain for people who are still employed and have got that. They know that they're going to get their wage.
It's a blanket,
They're going to work and have an off day and they're still getting paid at the end of it, providing they haven't goes misconduct and hit somebody and they're going to get fined. You know what I mean?
Because they've got a structure, haven't they? It's like school in a way. You've got someone above you, someone's keeping an eye on you, But you know it will only go to a certain level what you can do.
But you can have a late night and go and be tired and underperform and still get paid, or you can go in alone and still get paid. Like when you need to be on top of your like you need to like. Be
Not only that, you can go in on a normal job. You can go in and underperform, and that be somebody else's problem.
Yeah,
not necessarily just yours. If you underperform and your own business, you're taking the full.
I've got to do the posting, I've got to do the tracking, I've got to do my tax, I've got to blah blah blah, all this and that, and other things going on. Like you've got to. It's self-employed. There's going to be highs and lows. There's always going to be highs and lows. You've got to. The first couple of years are really crap. It's just like for instance, you'll notice what I've noticed. I draw more when I've got less sales coming in because I'm trying to push.
Yeah.
And my part of that imposter thing tells me, is that me being greedy? Should I be doing that? Then I'll have customers who say to me, if you draw the first thing of something you've never done, they like the first thing.
Right. Yeah.
But I'll draw some and I'll go, well, message them. They've told you to, but then I have this thing going, no. Because I can't think, am I using them? Am I taking advantage of what they... It's like this... Is it a working class thing?
But I don't know what it is. But we have...
I hate entitlement. Entitlement. Like, I've got to people say, oh, you've got this nice car. I say I've got a nice car. But it costs a bomb. I mean, it's also a tax thing as well. I put through bits on that. And I've still got to pay for it. Like, they'll be like, oh, you've sold... Since I sold 6 pizzas, they'll be like, oh, he's rich. I'm like, I'm not. I wish I was.
Yeah. But this is what... For me, this is why it's important. Like, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the podcast, because I think it's important to share that, and I say that you help each other out by it's happening today.
Well, with social media, it snowballs. Someone will see something through someone. So say someone who follows me will say I've liked a picture of a bee. They will see that Ryan Chadwick has liked a picture of a bee. They know that, look at that, and then it will eventually keep going. You've just got to really stick at it. You've got to kind of keep pushing yourself, because you will have months where it's just absolutely awful. You've got nothing coming through, but when it does come through, it's really good. It's highs and lows. You need to expect it. Right
that roller coaster. And I think it becomes a point in the future when you feel more established, or there's like a wad of cash in the bank as a buffer.
Yeah.
Or even if in our case you'd grow and perhaps have staff.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's different in your case where you are the...
It's just everything.
You are the artist.
I've had people accusing me of using a printing machine to print no, it's not original. Have you got staff? I'm like, I wish I had. I'd love to have someone called Karen from finance or something.
Just make one up.
Come here. So, get my niece. Come on. It's only 4. So
that, I find that mad that someone's actually outed you on that,
that's
to come out
the bizarre.
Take time out of their day to go and accuse
you. To deliberately sort of
accuse you of having staff.
What is your job?
Just fire it back. Actually, what are you doing for a living? Even if you had staff, so fucking what?
Yeah. It's because when I had my car before I got written off by a drunk driver, it was parked, and I got my new car, and the second day I had it, someone keyed it. It'd been there for 2 days on my street, and that upset me more than losing my other car. It was nearly paid off as well. The finance was got 8-9 months worth being paid off, and then gone like that.
Right.
And I got my new car. I wanted this, got that, and then 2 days later I looked at it and I went, 2 key marks in the front door. Full door needs respraying. I was just like, oh, that I nearly cried at that. I welled up. I was like anger. So
it's something that you're into.
Did you work hard though? Yeah. You worked really hard to.
And I was just like, why have they done that? Why have they done that? Dad said, it was jealousy.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought, it kind of killed it a bit. I thought it's just pathetic, really.
Yeah.
Like, people who take the time out and make an effort to belittle someone else, it's doing it because someone is belittling them.
Oh yeah.
It's like Billy Connolly said this thing once. I thought it just made sense. He was at an art gallery and they were asking these people questions, and someone said, what do you dislike? And this one guy said, overpowering people. And then Billy Rennie said, well, don't underpower them then. I was like, so I looked into it, I thought, it does make sense. People who try to overpower someone is because they're being underpowered by someone else.
Yeah.
There's always something coming, there's a reason. I've taught myself, people act out and behave in a way that is, there's a foreign reason, something else is going on over there.
Yeah.
I think, right, okay, I'll give you 3 chances. That's where you need to address the issue. I'm getting better at teaching myself that.
So chimp paradox again.
Yeah, so when you're self-employed, it sort of goes into that, and you've got a lot of time to yourself, so you're thinking more about, maybe if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have sold that, or I might have sold this.
Yeah.
Maybe if I put that over there, it wouldn't have sold, or it might have sold, or did they cancel that order because they thought I was crap, thought I was bad at? No, it's because there's loads of other things going on. You just got to, it's like, for me, like, a rejection of my app is like every now and then you get a comment going, oh, that's not a very good drawing. That compared to like 50 compliments about it, your brain will focus in on that and it will just But I used to, and now I'm just sort of like, Like I feel like going, okay, when you draw it then. So I had one guy. Sorry, I'm really waffling loads now.
You're right.
I drew an Indian rhinoceros last year for a customer, and this guy messaged me, "You do know it's not an Indian rhinoceros?" I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's an Indian rhinoceros." He's like, it's the lesser or greater one-horned rhino. I went, yeah, that's its species name. They're not from India. I'm like, okay. So I spent half an hour straight going for it, watched David Attenborough sat down in a field in India next to this is the Indian, or the lesser one, or the greater one-horned rhino. But the thing is, they live in India, Pakistan, Nepal. They all spread out into India. I just thought, like, little people try and challenge us. I look into my facts first. Yeah. It's like when someone comes on going, oh, that's that and that. Sometimes I'll bite at it, but most of the time I'm sort of like,
okay.
I was like, yeah, okay then. So just please yourself, because I think kill them with kindness. That's another one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But that woman who sent me that thing, I'm going to burn in hell. I just sent her a kiss emoji.
Yeah.
They can't really do it. What can you do?
Yeah, it's the same thing what you said earlier.
I've used that for like 15 years.
Yeah, because if you're just feeding the beast, you're just feeding it, just like
She's got time to pick on that, or say, time to message you directly like that. That's their problem, not you.
Yeah, they've got an issue going on. I think, like Mum said, just smile. Or if someone stares at you, smile back at them. I should do it. I'd be like, how do you? So they look away. But if someone keeps staring, I'll just look at them. I'll just stare at them, and it works. Same with dogs. You've got to make a dog stare at it. If you keep staring at a dog, it will back down. You'll notice it'll do that. Yeah. It works. It's like it's an ape thing and a dog thing, especially with eye contact. If you look at thing over a while, it's like a standoff, because it's Freud, and it's, can I eat it? Can I have sex with it? Can it kill me, or can I kill it? Apparently that happens in like a microsecond.
Right.
Every time you meet someone, that message runs in. It's either like a fight or flight.
Try it on the dog when I get home. Please back down.
Try and ump it out.
Retriever and it's back.
That's a girl.
I don't know, went on a bit of tangent then.
It's alright, no, that's what it's all about. So I think to wrap up then, what's the best bit of advice you've ever been given? Or what piece of advice would you give your 16-year-old self? You've been on a bit.
It's a quote. I did it a year ago. It's Betty Davis quote. You're a famous actress from the 30s and 40s.
Right, okay.
Very hard, famous.
I just nodded then as if I knew Betty Davis.
Oh yeah, Betty. Shout out Betty.
She's dead now. If you listen, she's like this old battle axe. She's phenomenal. It's a gay thing. She's really famous. She's a bit of a cliche, but it's true. She said in 1975, she went, if you can work and make a living from something you enjoy, it's a wonderful thing. Yes. And I've kind of, it's kind of like, it's her way of saying the universe is not giving you a gift, but like you've so, I don't know, it just makes no sense. But I think if you appreciate if you can do something that you enjoy and it works, just keep going with it. Yeah. And just prepare yourself better. But like my 16-year-old self would be to tell him not to take things too seriously. Yeah. Because you need to sort of, I used to be so like, any kind of tone or something, I would fixate on it so badly. Right. Only in the past year or two, like it was Andy Walker, he's very good at assessing what I do. You've done that and that, I'd be like, oh, okay. And then I was like, then I'd just back down from it and you think, if you just give it stop and think, that would be another one. Yeah. Like, don't take it too seriously and stop and think for a quick second before you act on it. I wish I could do that. If I did, I would be a lot of things different in my life. Yeah. But they happen for not a reason, but they happen to make you who you are now. Yeah.
It
sounds like a cat post.
It sends you on a path. that path you've been on's got you where you are now.
It's a cliche, but it's true. But
yeah.
sometimes the most simple thing is stupid, or truthful thing is the most stupidest.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good one about like find something that you love and you'll never. There's a similar quote in there where find something that you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
yeah, it's like I don't understand if you don't have a hobby. Like people go, oh, I don't have a hobby. I'm like, you must have a hobby.
Yeah.
You must have like something that you like to do, like if it's sport or going for exercise, going for a run. Just do it because you need it.
Lots of people actually don't know, do they?
I kind of feel sorry for that. I just think there must be. Everyone's got a skill in something, and if you can make it to earn a living off it, you go do it.
Yeah.
But Grandad said to me, if you make a living off it, something you're good at, you went, go for it. So if you can sell it, go for it. It's brilliant. It's because it's different. It's new. I'm going to be a gas man. Can you imagine me being a gas man? Baby wipes every 5 seconds. Might draw a gazelle when I get in.
You've all the gas men that listen just turned off now.
Greg's like, bye.
Not to stereotype gas man.
Yeah.
Best sense of humour, actually.
But no, that's been good. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for listening to me awful on. It was a weird thing. Thank you. Do it.
Awkward. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.